Hey guys, AKIL'S here. What if I told you that cutting losses could be more expensive than taking them in full? You probably think I'm crazy, probably tell me to get a new calculator or a new accountant. But trust me on this, and that's what we're going to talk about today on the Trading Coach podcast. Now, today is a video episode. There's going to be some chart talk, so you don't need to see the video version of it. You can listen to the audio, but you'll probably get a better experience if you do watch the visual version of it as well. So head over to Spotify, head over to YouTube, head over to whatever other podcasting app allows you to do so if you want the full Akil Stokes experience. Now, in today's video, I'm going to share with you a strategy or a technique, I guess you can say. It's not a strategy. Well, I guess maybe a money management strategy. Anyway, it's called the graceful exit. And pretty much it is a trade management, a risk management strategy where if the market tells you that you're losing, you get out immediately. But as we spoke about in the recent moving average video that I shared with you guys on YouTube, there's always a balancing act. There's always a pro and a con of actions that you take in the market. And that's what we talk about in this episode. We kind of weigh the pros of doing the graceful exit, the cons of doing the graceful exit, and talk a little bit about how, as a trader, we have to find it within ourselves to figure out what that balance is, both monetarily speaking and psychologically as well. Let's hop in. Raul says, would you ever consider closing out the cipher if price closed above the X leg to enter the bat, or have a rule like this for kind of situation? So there is a rule for that. It is called the graceful exit. I feel like we haven't talked about it in years. Is anyone familiar with the graceful exit? I'm not even sure if we talk about it in our courses. No. Okay. So short version, because I've got 13 things on my radar. We're only on 2. Although a lot of them are repetitive, but this is good education, right? You guys are feeling this, right? So this is good that we spend. I don't want to rush through stuff just to rush through it. So a graceful exit is this, and it could be done in any trading situation, but we'll take it in just a pattern example because we're talking about patterns. The graceful exit is basically something that says, if your trading idea is proven to be invalid, and proven isn't you thinking or feeling, proven is like technical base, then you exit. So in the case of an advanced pattern formation, right, we know that the pattern is invalid if X is violated, correct? Some will have it as if it even spikes above X, but let's say we break and close above, right? Would you agree that the pattern is invalid? You're probably going to lose. Yes. So if that were to happen, the graceful exit could be done in a few ways. One could be exit immediately, like just get out, right? You take a smaller loss than what you would have taken if it continued up. Another one is some people will wait for it to go back to break even, meaning like if we invalidate the pattern and it retraces back down to like a break even point, for example, then I just cut my losses for a break even trade. But essentially the graceful exit is once a pattern has proven to be invalid, you exit immediately. It would be the same thing for a double top. So yeah, if you have that in your trading arsenal, then yes, that would allow you to exit the cipher potentially and then reinvest in the bat. If you have that rules, that would be one rule that allows you to do both. Now, I personally traded the graceful exit for a little bit, and I just found that it didn't mesh with my personality. What I found is, and this was me discovering what bothered me as a trader, losses don't bother me. I discovered that. I lose a lot, guys. I lose almost half the amount of trades that I take. What? What? You fraud, right? That's the internet speaking, right? I thought you had to be 80%. Ha, right? Losses don't bother me. I'm fine with losses. I know my numbers. I know my probabilities. I know my risk reward. This is part of the equation, right? If I'm at McDonald's, I'm going to drop some hamburgers on the floor, right? That's just the cost of doing business. What really grinds my gears is when I'm in a trade I exit that trade, meaning I personally do something to get out of that trade, hence, or for example, the graceful exit, and then that trade goes on to do what I originally predicted. So like if I were to trade a graceful exit, we broke and close above, and I would be like, oh, I'm bailing, I'm out, right? I get out of here, it's supposed to be X. And then if this trade goes on to win, that sits with me for a very long time, and it boils my blood. Because in my mind, I get upset about myself, and this is probably some past trauma from early trading days, right, of doing this all the time. In my mind, I did everything right, right? I analyzed the market right. I made my prediction right. I entered the trade right. Yet I bailed, and where I should have had profit, I didn't make profit because I gave up early. That's how I view it. And again, this is just a personal thing, because technically, if graceful exit is your rule, then exiting on the graceful exit, you did that right as well, process. But I'm just saying, for me, we all value different things. For me, that is the thing that bothers me the most, knowing that I made the right prediction, the market followed my prediction, but I didn't capitalize off of it. It goes the same thing for like missing trades. Like if I purposely miss a trade, which doesn't happen anymore, but that bothers me. If I see like a double top that I'm supposed to take, but I like mentally scare myself out of it, I'm like, I'm not going to do it. And then it goes on to win. Like that sits with me for a very long time. And that rage fuels future like emotional trading opportunities. So that's something that I discovered about myself in my trading journey. And that's why the graceful exit didn't work for me. So the question that you guys have to answer in your trading journey is that something that works for you or not? Because there is a benefit to it, right? Theoretically, you're cutting losses quicker. You're exiting trades that have a higher probability of you losing quicker. But can you deal with the mental side of a trade going on to win without you in it, and you being like, well, why the hell did I exit? And that's going to be a personal question. But that's why the graceful exit didn't work for me. I did try it for a little bit, and it bothered me, and the mistakes that came from it cost me more than what I would save from doing it. It was more of a clumsy exit. So, very good question. Very good question. I think even if I had a rule, I would be able to do it. Yeah, it's something you don't know until you try it out. That's why you try out stuff, right? Tell my kids, try new things. It might taste good, right? Here's some fish. Try it. Dad, I don't like fish. You never had it. Like, try it. I don't like it. Okay, well now you know. Ooh, I like it. You learn something new, right? You learn by doing. So you play around with it. You do it. If it's something that you think is going to help your trading, and it may be the best thing you ever did, it may go horribly wrong. But guess what? If it goes horribly wrong, you just get rid of the rule, right? It's your trading plan, right? Load that doc up, delete. It's gone. Now you don't have to use it anymore, right? So it's okay to do that, right? We don't have to. We can be adjustable in our trade. Now I would say give it time. Don't just do one opportunity and then bail on it. No, you want to give it time. That's why I judge myself on quarters, right? I give everything at least 3 months. Technically 6 months. I give it 3 months, and then if I think it's going to suck, I observe for another 3 months. So 6 months total before I can ever make a change. So give it time, but yeah, something you can consider doing. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hey, if you're ever interested in joining us for one of our live sessions or just learning how to trade, check us out, www.tier1trading.com. Also, we've got a 3-day workshop coming up soon. It's going to be, I think, the second week of March 10th, something like that. Stay in the loop, watch this space, and I'll give you more details about how to sign up once we get all that stuff ready. All right, until next time, plan your trade your plan, like, review, rate, share, and I'll see you guys next episode.